Hello, welcome. Today we're going to talk with you about recycling and waste minimization on campus this fall in the time of COVID. My name is Liesl Schwartz, the Campus Sustainability Manager.
And I'm Al Motel, the Waste and Recycling Manager here at Villanova University.
So today we're going to cover the basics around recycling on campus and some common recycling questions that we've heard over the years. We also are going to cover some changes for this semester, including what to do with your personal protective equipment or PPE and other notable changes that you should be made aware of before returning to campus.
Recycling basics. Here at Villanova, we've been recycling since 1994. In 2015, we became a single stream recycler. Prior to 2015, we would sort each item separately. So we had separate bins for paper and cardboard, separate bin for glass and metal, and another bin for plastic. Now all of those recyclable items can go into one bin and be mixed together. From there, our custodial team brings the contents out to rear load dumpsters located around the buildings, and we have our own hauling crew that comes around in a truck to collect from those dumpsters. They then haul that material to what is called a MRF, or materials recycling facility, which then those items are sorted through human labor and automated equipment to where they separate each item by material type. So all of the fibers, your paper and cardboard, get separated from the glass, metal, and different types of plastics. We do accept plastics 1 through 7. However, there are some items with those numbers on them that are not acceptable in the single stream program here. Once those items are sorted at the recycling facility, they are baled together and sold off to manufacturing facilities as feedstock for new products. The trash that we collect on campus is taken to a waste to energy plant in Conshohocken, which is run by Covanta. None of our trash here is goes to a landfill. So all of our municipal waste goes to the waste to energy plant. Our recycling, I'd said, goes to a MRF. This one is located in King of Prussia, operated by Republic Services. There's a link to their website listed here, recyclingsimplified.com. It's a great resource to find out more information about recycling and what items they accept, as well as proper recycling tips. We do have a small organics waste program here on campus. We collect our pre-consumer food scraps and food waste, and it is taken to a third-party kitchen harvest at Linvilla Orchards, and it's turned into compost to help feed their plants. Some recycling stats. 16% of our consumer waste is recycled here at Villanova. That's our single stream program, as well as universal waste. About 28% of our total waste is diverted from the trash stream through the recycling programs, as well as repurposing. We partner with some nonprofits to collect unwanted items that are donated and reused rather than recycled. So that data gets incorporated into that number. 81% of our total waste, total construction waste, is diverted from landfills as well. That material is sorted offsite. It's a different company, a different vendor of ours. They sort through our construction waste and either repurpose the materials, or it is used for heat value. Some common recycling questions. The biggest question I think I get is whether or not something is recyclable. So we're going to go through a couple of common items to help alleviate some of the guesswork and help you understand what is and what is not recyclable. First, we've got pizza box here. A lot of students like to get pizza. It's quick, easy, and a lot of times afterwards we don't know what to do with the pizza box. So You'll see two different images here. The one on the left shows the protective paper liner, as well as some food scraps in the box. That is not recyclable in that current state. What you need to do is get rid of all of the food scraps, get rid of that protective paper, and then you're left with an empty box. Even though it does have some grease stains, it is still accepted by our recycler. Make sure you get rid of any food scraps. Juicy juice, juice boxes. We don't have them in my house. My kids love them. They're great. They're nice and convenient, but they're not recyclable. And that's the reason why we don't keep them in our house. You know, use a reusable cup whenever possible, and try and stay away from juice boxes. Plastic clamshells are recyclable, same as the pizza box. Just make sure you remove any food. If you can wipe it out or rinse it out, great. But the main thing is to get any trash out, any empty food or any food scraps out of it. Make sure it's empty. Cardboard food containers, just like a smaller version of the pizza box. The box itself is recyclable as long as it's empty. Styrofoam to-go containers, very, very controversial. They have the recycling symbol on them. They are unfortunately not recyclable in our market area. Our single stream recycler does not accept them. They don't survive the sorting process. You can recycle them in some market areas, just not here. Soft serve beverage cups are not recyclable as well. Please make sure that you discard the entire cup, cap, or lid and straw into the trash. The coffee cup, similar situation. The cup and the lid are not recyclable, but you can see the cardboard sleeve has the recycle symbol on it. That can be recycled. So please place that sleeve in a recycling bin. The rest can go into a trash container. Plastic soft drink bottles are completely recyclable. Just make sure that they're empty. And if you would like to recycle the cap, please make sure that the cap is placed back on the bottle. Separate from the bottle, it's too small and it causes problems for the sorting equipment at the MRF. Plastic utensils are not recyclable. They should be. They're made out of the same plastic as many of the items that are recyclable, but you run into the same situation as you do with the caps from the plastic bottles. By themselves, their size and shape cause problems with sorting equipment, and therefore our recycler does not accept them. So please discard plastic utensils in the trash and try to use reusable alternatives. Some other items that are not recyclable: aluminum foil, plastic hangers, plastic bags, chip bags, plastic film, and wood. Some of the reasons why items would not be recyclable. We'll take aluminum foil, for example. The reason aluminum foil is not recyclable is because of its flexibility. If an item can pass a poke test where you would poke your finger through it, and if it makes a hole or your finger can go through the item, then it should not go into the recycling bin. So aluminum foil, plastic bags, possibly chip bags if you've got a really strong hand, plastic film, those items cannot be recycled because of their flexibility. Other reasons would be size and shape. Anything smaller than a credit card should not be placed in a recycling bin.
Great, thank you, Al, for that great overview of all the different recyclable items on campus. We're gonna talk briefly here about personal protective equipment, or PPE. Again, this is something that I don't think any of us had thought about before March 2020, but now is, part of our daily lexicon. So what are you gonna do with all this personal protective equipment? Well, masks, first off, should be used every day that you're on campus when you're outside of your dorm room. We encourage cloth masks where possible, especially cloth masks that have a pocket for a filter, a removable filter. They're safe, effective, and reusable. To reuse them, remove the filter and wash the cloth mask with your weekly laundry. Disposable masks are reusable, so these kind of look like those surgical masks. Though they are seen as one-time use, you can reuse them if you keep them in a brown paper bag for a week by themselves. Anything that's on them will have died off in that amount of time. And then N95 masks are reserved for frontline workers, and we are not encouraging anyone on campus to be using them. If you do choose to throw away any of these items, they can be thrown away in the trash, but make sure that they are placed completely in the trash. They're not hanging out, or they didn't fall on the ground. We don't want anyone else to have to pick up our personal protective equipment for safety reasons. Disinfecting wipes. These are probably most commonly going to be used in our classroom and our laboratory spaces to wipe off desks and lab equipment. In those spaces, we have added a new trash bin labeled for wipes, and we encourage you to throw those wipes away in those specific bins. If you're in a space that doesn't have a wipes trash bin, you can throw them away again in the regular trash, but make sure that they are in the trash bin, not hanging out, not on the floor. And then lastly, plastic gloves, single-use plastic gloves. We are not encouraging anyone to use these on a day-to-day basis. They're not necessary to keep you safe. Good hand washing or hand sanitizer will keep you safe while on campus. And so we're not encouraging you to use these. If you do happen to use them though, they can also be placed in the trash, but again, fully in the trash can. Other notable changes that you'll see on campus this semester. The water fountains have been disconnected for safety reasons, but all hydration stations are still active, and they provide clean, filtered, cooled water without having to touch any element of the station. So they're a safe way and a sustainable way to get all the water you need. We have about 80 hydration stations around campus. So there is one in every building. Reusable mug program. Sadly, we've had to suspend this program. This is universal across all coffee houses. No one is accepting reusable mugs at this time for safety reasons. So this includes our Holy Ground locations around campus. We have never and continue to not allow reusable containers in our dining halls, again, for health safety reasons. But we do encourage you to bring your own reusable utensils. These utensils should only be used by yourself, and they should be cleaned every day, but they are a safe way to reduce plastic and a sustainable way to reduce your waste impact. We thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our presentation today and get to know the changes to expect this fall as it pertains to waste. If you have any additional questions, please contact recycling@villanova.edu. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.